Friday at 10.
From Television City in Hollywood, it's Card Shark. Here's the host of Card Shark, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How nice of you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Card Sharks. We're glad you could join us today because we have lots of money to give away. We have two very delightful contestants, and we also have two very lovely dealers. And I want you to meet them right now. Here they are. This is Susanna Williams and Lacey Pemberton. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. If you would, please deal the cards out for us, all right? Lacey will be dealing the red cards to our returning champion, while Susanna deals the blue cards on the lower level to our challenger. We're going to pick it up from where we left off last time. While they're dealing the cards, let's meet our two card sharks, and here they are.
Boy, I almost fell on my nose.
Well, Geanne, welcome back, Geanne.
Thank you.
$4,500. You've been to the board just one time as our champion. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I'm Geanne Frank, and I'm a consultant. And I just got back from 2 extraordinary weeks in Europe, a Christmas present from my mother.
Well, what a nice mom you have.
She's the best.
I'll bet. Okay. Robert, you almost fell down when you got here.
Well, I was so interested in looking at those pretty girls.
Well, you devil, you.
Well, shucks, I'm old, but I'm not dead.
Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, this is a man. You've been married how long?
50 years plus.
To the same woman?
To the same woman. I don't think I'm made 51.
No, sure you will. Well, it's nice to have you back with us. Now, remember, we're going to pick it up from where we left off yesterday, and I know that you cut the cards. Let me tell you about our game. The object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is going to be higher or lower than the one preceding it. And as you can see, we are in the middle of game number 1 of this match between Geanne and Robert. And Robert has a slight edge in the game. We were about to ask our third high-low question in this game number 1, so we will do that right now. Good luck to the two of you. Here's the question. Geanne, we surveyed 100 New York City policemen, and we asked them, have you ever gotten a ticket for speeding? How many policemen admitted that they have gotten a ticket for speeding?
Well, I don't think anybody in New York gets a ticket for speeding. I mean, if you've ever driven there, everyone seems to do it, and it doesn't seem to bother anyone. And I think there's kind of a code among the policemen that they don't do that to each other. That's a no-no. So I think it's going to be 18 out of 100. 18
out of 100 New York City policemen admitted they have gotten a ticket for speeding. Robert, will the actual number be higher or lower than 18?
Well, actually, in New York City, I don't think anyone tells the truth, including policemen.
What a terrible thing to say, Robert.
Well, no, I've been there, and I don't like that city.
Well, you Michiganders are all alike.
I know we are, but we're tough.
Yeah, you are tough.
Yeah. But New York City cops who would admit to that...
Higher or lower than 18?
I think it's a little bit higher because they value their job.
A little bit higher than 18. The actual number of policemen who have gotten a ticket for speeding is 13. Wasn't higher, it was lower. Geanne, that means you have control of our cards first. Here's where we left off. Now, you'd frozen on the 9. That means because you won the high-low question, that you can change that 9 if you'd like to.
I would like to. Please change it.
We will change the 9, and your 9 now becomes a 6. Got to play.
Higher than the 6.
Higher than the 6. Is it higher than the 6? It is not higher than the 6. And that means you go back to your base of 6, and Robert gets a free shot at the cards. And Robert, because you didn't win the high-low question, you have to play off the 8. Will it be higher or lower?
I'm going to say higher.
Higher than the 8. Let's find out, Robert. It is higher than the 8.
Lower.
For game number 1, if it's lower than the queen, it is. There you have it. Booba! Or to quote you, Robert, yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo is a good one, too.
You won game number 1. Geanne, that means you've got to win the second game to stay in this match, and we'll start game number 2 when we come back right after these words. See you tomorrow.
I've got an awful headache. Where's my extra strength buffering? Oh, I borrowed it from my back. All this...
Welcome back to Card Shark. Robert won game number 1. Now remember, you win 2 games, and you win the match. You play the big money cards. Geanne, you've got to win this game to stay in. Let's begin game number 2 right now. Lacey's dealing out new cards from the same deck. And here's our first high-low question. It goes to Robert this time. Robert, we surveyed 100 married men, and we asked them, right now, are you supporting a woman your wife doesn't know about? What's the matter, Robert?
She'd be starving to death.
How many? She'd be starving to death?
Yeah.
How many married men admitted they are supporting another woman, Robert?
I don't think many of them are going to admit it because the consequences would be pretty bad.
You mean Mrs. Robert would get mad?
She would at me.
Yeah.
But you're talking about other men, not me.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So I'm going to say that you ran into some playboys,
Yes.
and you probably got an answer somewhere around 17.
17 out of 100 married men admitted they're supporting another woman. Geanne, higher or lower than 17?
A few expensive gifts, maybe, but supporting another woman, I don't think so. I think it's going to be even lower than 17.
Lower than the 17? The actual number of married men who are supporting a woman their wife doesn't know about is 3. You're right, Geanne. It was lower. All right, Geanne, you've got to win this game, and here is your base card. Change if you want to. It's a jack. Pretty good card.
I'll keep it and go lower.
Go lower than the jack. Your card is now a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 7. Will you play or freeze? Freeze on the 7. And by doing so, it keeps Robert away from his card. You can change that card if you win the next high-low question. And the next high-low question goes to you, Geanne. Geanne, we surveyed 100 business executives. These men are the heads of the largest companies across the country. And we asked them, has success in business brought you happiness? How many top business executives said that success has brought them happiness?
I doubt it. I've known a lot of successful people in my life, and I don't know any of them that would actually say that it was their success that brought them happiness. I mean, some of them were happy, but not as a result of their success, more as a result of relationship, family, like that.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be, on the other hand, 19.
19 out of 100 top business executives said success has brought them happiness. Robert, higher or lower than 19?
They wouldn't be in that job unless they wanted it badly. And I say that they're happy with their achievements, and the total is higher.
Higher. The actual number of top executives who said success has brought them happiness is 88. Yes, it was way up there. All right, Robert, here we go. Take a look at this. A queen.
Lower.
Lower than the queen. Your card is a 6. Player 3.
Higher.
Going on. Higher than the 6. It is a 4. No, not higher than the 6. And that puts Robert back to his base of a queen and gives Geanne a free shot at the cards. Geanne, you have to play off the 7.
It's going to be higher.
Higher than the 7? Let's see. It is.
Lower than the jack.
Lower than the jack. If you're right, you tie it all up. Yes. And Geanne wins game number 2.
Oh, boy.
Ooh, Geanne, another $100 for you. Robert has $100, so that means it was time to play our tiebreaker game. The winner of this game wins the championship, goes on to play the big money cards. And in the tiebreaker game, as you can see, we're going to be playing with only 3 cards. Lacey will be dealing out just 3 cards. Also, we'll have a maximum of only 3 high-low questions. So I wish you both the very best of luck. You're 2 very nice people. And here we go with our tiebreaker game. Question for you, Robert. We surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, would you marry a girl who had worked as a topless dancer? How many bachelors would marry her anyway, Robert?
Well, no.
I'm really anxious to hear this answer, Robert. I wish you
Yes,
know that.
not having ever been in that situation.
Your wife has never worked as a topless dancer?
No, and I didn't get old enough to be a bachelor. I got married too quick.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Do they have topless dancers in Michigan? It's awful cold up there.
Well, not where I live. They don't. They freeze to death.
Yes.
Yes. I think they got a few down in Green Bay, Wisconsin, 50 miles away.
Down in the warm country.
Right.
Yeah.
But
How many bachelors would marry this girl anyway?
if they were inclined to marry her topless, don't mean nothing. So I'm going to say 65 or more.
65 out of 100 would marry her anyway. Jeannie, higher or lower than 65?
Well, I don't think topless is going to stop them that she did that. I mean, she's probably a very attractive woman if she did that. So I think it's going to be even higher.
Higher than the 65?
Absolutely.
The actual number of bachelors who would marry a girl who had been a topless dancer is 55. No, it was lower. Robert, you have control of the cards. Tiebreaker game. Winner of this game plays the big money cards. And here is your base card. Robert, it is a 9. You can change if you like.
Change that
Change
card.
that 9. Your 9 now becomes a 3.
Higher.
Higher than the 3. Your card is a 7. Will you play or freeze?
Higher.
He's going on. If it's higher than the 7, Robert is our new champion. It is! All right. Your wife is pretty happy too, Robert.
Yes.
You know that. Geanne, you're a very nice lady. You end up winning $4,600.
Fabulous.
That'll pay for the trip anyway.
Yes, it
right?
will.
Thank you very much for being with us on Card Shark.
Thank
We'll
you
see
for
you again.
having me.
Bye-bye. All right, Robert, come right over here.
Oh, is this a...
This is where the champions stand.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
Yabba-dabba-doo.
That's a pleasant trip.
Oh, yeah.
Over here.
And we will be back in just a moment to see if Robert can't win a whole lot of money on Card Shark. Don't go away.
Oh, Bob, you people are so great out here.
Welcome back to Card Shark. Robert, congratulations to you.
Thank you, Bob.
This is it, man. You're the champ. Representing Michigan, the entire state. You know that.
I hope they're proud of me.
Oh, they are. I'm sure they're proud of you. You've got $200 so far. You want to go home?
No, not
No,
yet.
okay. Hang on to that money. It's yours to keep no matter what happens. But now, we're going to give you a chance to win a lot. We're going to give you new betting money. We'll start you off on the bottom line over there. The ladies are dealing out cards that you cut a little earlier. And you're going to bet your way across that bottom line by calling off high-low cards. When you get to the next row, we will then give you another $400 in betting money. You bet your way across that line. Remember, minimum bets are at least $50 until you get up to the top row. At that time, you must bet it half of your winnings, okay? Or at least half of your winnings. And don't forget, you're going to have an opportunity to change one of the cards on each line by selecting one of the spare cards that Susanna is juggling over there. So, all you have to do is pick one of those if you want to. You understand all the rules?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Let's
good.
get
Let's
with it.
give him $200. He says, let's get with it. You're my kind of guy. Here we go, Robert. You can turn that $200 into thousands of dollars if you do it right. Robert, here's your first card. Your card is a 4. You got $200.
$150 higher.
150 if it's higher than the 4. If another 4 comes up in the big money cards, it's a push. No win, no
Right.
loss, okay? $150 higher than the 4, it's an 8. Now, you can play that card or you can change it.
Change that card number 2.
Number 2. Let's see what number 2 is. The 8 now becomes a jack. Much better. 350. You got $350, Robert.
$200 lower.
$200 lower than the jack. Your card is a jack. No win, no loss. You're still in fine shape.
$200 lower.
Sticking with that same bet. $200 lower than the jack. It is a deuce. Yes. Now you've got $550. We'll give you another $400. The deuce becomes your base card. You got $950.
The whole bundle higher.
Of course, everything higher than the deuce. It's a 4. $1,900.
$800 higher.
$800 that it's higher than the 4. Is that what you say?
Right.
800 higher than the 4. It's a queen. $2,700.
$700 lower.
Gonna hang on to 2,000,
You
aren't
bet.
you? 700 lower than the queen. Your card's a 3. Now, you've got $3,400. You must bet at least $1,700.
3,000 higher.
3,000 that it's higher than the 3. Come on,
Come on.
Robert. Yeah! Excuse me. You are his wife, aren't you? Oh, okay. Then you can stay. I didn't know who you were. Strange woman comes up and grabs you like that.
Oh, sure. You're lucky she didn't grab you like that.
Oh, you're lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
You've got $6,400. And we're going to pause in these words. We'll be right back with Robert and the new challengers.
Oh, they do it. Okay. Real good. Say, you girls are cute.
And they're right.
And welcome back to Card Shark. Tell me one more time, what are you going to do with the money?
One more time.
What are you going to do with the money?
Well, minor things, like
Yes.
getting my 2 automobiles derusted and
Yes.
back in shape.
Sure.
And I want to buy a 14-foot aluminum fishing boat and go out and catch some of those nice salmon and trout that we have.
What
out
else?
there. What else?
Yeah.
I want My wife to go downtown and buy the prettiest thing she can find.
Well, you devil you. Why don't you do this next bit of business for me, would you, champ?
Well, sure.
Go ahead.
All right. We are always looking for special groups to participate in our polls.
Yes.
Today, we're looking for divorced women who are receiving alimony from their ex-husband. If you're a divorced woman
Yes.
and receiving alimony, here's Suzanne to tell you where to write.
Thank you, Robert. Just send a postcard to Receiving Alimony, Card Shark, 6430 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, 90028. And back to you, Robert.
Thank you, Susanna. All right. Robert, hang on. Here comes another challenger for you.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Jeanette.
I'm Jeanette Jennings. I live in Canoga Park with my husband, Phil, and my 17-month-old daughter. And we're expecting our second child in 9 weeks.
Wait a minute. You have a 17-month-old daughter, and you're expecting your second child in 9 weeks.
Right.
It's called getting the pain over with quickly, isn't it? Well, that's wonderful. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you.
You cut the cards before the show?
Yes.
All right, fine. And Lacey is dealing out those cards right now from a brand new deck, and we'll begin this match between Robert, our champion, and Jeanette, our challenger. And here is our first toss-up question in this game. Robert, we surveyed 100 people, and we asked them, if a man steals groceries to feed his family, should he be sent to jail? How many people said that he should be sent to jail?
If they had asked only me that question, and that man needed those groceries, I would say he should never be sent to jail.
Well, you're saying that
However,
after you won all that money.
Well, but I would say that that's going to be a very low figure. If they think about what you're asking them,
Okay.
they should come up, I would say not over 11 people.
11 people out of 100 said he should be sent to jail. Jeanette, will it be higher or lower than 11?
Well, you know, I think a lot of people have sympathy for the person who steals because it is for food, but I still feel that they would still want justice. Maybe not as harsh of a punishment, but I think it's going to be a little bit higher.
A little bit higher than 11?
Yeah.
Goes back to survival, doesn't it? You'll do anything in the world for your family. Well, let's find out. The actual number of people who said a man who steals groceries to feed his family should be sent to jail is 47. I'm surprised. It was higher. All right. Robert says shame on him. That means, Jeanette, you have control of the cards, and here is your base card. It is a deuce.
Oh,
Good
great.
card.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. Your card is now an 8. Now you can play or free.
I'm going to go higher.
She's going to go on. Higher than the 8. It is an 8. Indeed.
Lower.
Lower than the 8. Your card is an ace again. Oh, the only card that could have beaten you. And up jumped the devil. All right, you're back to the deuce, and Robert gets a free shot at the cards. Robert, you have to play off this card. You didn't win the high-low, so it's a 9.
Lower.
Lower than the 9. Your card is a queen. Oh, there we are, all tied up in this game between the two of you. We'll go with another high-low question. This one is for Jeanette. Jeanette, we surveyed 100 bachelors, and we asked them, have you ever told a girl you loved her just to get her to say yes? Listen to those bachelors. How many bachelors admitted they have done that?
You know, I think that there are a lot of guys out there who would do that. A lot of them are just so rude as to just say that.
A lot of
and
guys
not
in our
really
audience.
do that.
Did you hear 'em?
I heard that. They're probably the ones who said yes. They probably did the survey. I'm going to say it's going to be a high number. I'll say 68.
68 out of 100 bachelors admitted that they told a girl that they love her just to get her to say yes, Robert. Higher or lower than 68? He's thinking, I can tell.
The reason they're still bachelors is because they did things like that.
Never thought of that, but you're right.
I would say higher.
Higher than 68. Actual number of bachelors who have told a girl they loved her just to get her to say yes is 33, not higher. It was lower. And again, Jeanette has control of the cards, and you're playing with the deuce.
Okay, I'm going to go higher.
All right, here it is. Higher than the deuce. It is. Whoa. Whew, are the cards bad right now? Robert, you lucked out. You really lucked out.
Yeah, but I got a bummer up there.
Well, that's all right. It's a free shot.
I know. Lower.
Lower than the 9, your card is a king again.
It's a
We're
real
all
bummer.
tied up in this thing. Hey, I tell you what, the cards are running bad, so why don't we give you a little good luck pause here. We'll pause for these commercials and be right back and see if they aren't rolling a little better than that. See you in a minute. Shark. Well, here's Susanna to tell you how you can do that.
Thanks, Bob. Just send a postcard to Contestants, Card Shark, 6430 Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood, California, 90028. Or if you're in Southern California, dial area code 213-520-1234. Back to you.
Thank you, Susanna. Now, please keep in mind, we don't have time to go on today, but we're going to do it again next time. Do it again tomorrow. I arrive at 5:30 in the morning. Robert, what time will you be here?
5:15.
All right. And Jeanette, I know you'll be back too.
Yes.
We certainly hope you'll all be back with us. Until then, I'm Bob Eubanks for Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, Geanne Wood, and the entire gang on Card Shark. Thank you very much for watching our show. We had a good time. We hope you did too. Bye-bye.
Some of our departing contestants will receive a gift certificate from Sears Spring-Summer Catalog with over 1,200 pages of ideas. 1-800-453-7000. And a pocket radio. And from out of the ocean comes a unique blended seafood. New delicacies now in the frozen food section. And a silver serving tray and rich, creamy heat ice cream bars with crunchy toffee tidbits mixed right in. That's why you can't beat the heat. And a cookbook and same old food setting the mood. Try Mary Kitchen roast beef or corned beef hash. The delicious change of pace meal from Hormel. And the member of our studio audience will receive from Liberty this stylish 5-inch color television. Features dual power operation and an earphone for listening privacy from Liberty Television. This is Geanne Wood speaking for Card Shark, a Mark Goodson television production.